Fox is brought to you by Visa, proud sponsor of NASCAR. Waltrip leads. Dale Jr. coming up the outside like nobody else is home. And Jimmy Johnson looking in the mirror for some help from his teammate, Jeff Gordon.
Michael moved over there. Thought about going all the way up there and helping Jr., but that wouldn't have been a very good idea, so he dropped back down.
Well, I tell you, how about those two teammates right there? Matt Kenseth in the 17, Greg Biffle in the 16 on the outside. Remember, that's two cars that was involved in the wreck. Look at all the tape on the front end, and they're sitting there running third and fourth side by side.
Larry, how many times have we said when you wreck one like that, you fix it better than it was before you wrecked it? Because you don't have to go through tech right now.
But nose to tail on the inside behind Michael Waltrip are Roush teammates Matt Kenseth, the Winston Cup point leader, and Kurt Busch.
And they were right up in the thick of things at Daytona. Looks a lot like the front of the field at Daytona, as a matter of fact, with Michael and the 48 car there, Jimmy Johnson.
And right behind Busch, that yellow car, Steve Park, was up there, and he was the fastest qualified of the three DEI cars.
Looks like they've really put a big effort into Park's car this weekend, Mike. He's qualified better. He's running pretty well. He's good in practice. I think they're really trying to help him turn himself around here, his program around. He was at Martinsville last week testing for next week. A lot of emphasis right now.
Now on the outside, Jimmy Johnson has drifted back, probably not on purpose, but he's drifted back to pick up Jeff Gordon. So the two Hendrick teammates on the outside, nose to tail. The cat car, Ward Burton, right behind them.
I tell you, I look at teammates Kenny Wallace in the 23, Ward Burton in the 22. That's two guys that could stand a good run here today.
Park's got, I guess that's tape flopping around there, Larry.
There's a lot of tape out there on that racetrack right now.
I didn't really know that he had any significant damage to his car, so I'm not sure what that, maybe they're trying to hold that side window in or something.
They may have had one of those ducts taped up and the tape has come loose on the quarter window.
Good chance.
Lower speeds has much or more contact next Sunday at Martinsville, Virginia, the little short track south of Roanoke that thinks it's a super speedway. We'll be there for you. Dick Berggren?
Well, good catch on Steve Park. Indeed, the spotter had caught the tape that had flown loose on that automobile, and they are going to fix it on the next pit stop. Good observation up there in the booth.
Well, I tell you, Dick, at the speeds these cars are running, it's amazing sometimes the way these cars can be affected even by just some tape flapping in the breeze on the quarter window.
Great observation.
Look at Greg Biffle's car, though. I'm amazed. I mean, the front of that thing is taped up. It has gashes in it, bent up.
That right there, though, is treacherous. You see how Park got in there on the outside of Biffle, and then 48 car.
Help you. Park's going to lose here. Just keep coming.
48 car got in there, and he was wobbling and bobbling around there. That's when you get in trouble. You get behind on your steering here, the thing will jump out from under you.
4 wide through the tri-oval. Way up on the outside, Kevin Harvick. And Jimmy Johnson comes up to pick up Harvick on the outside.
And you're going to see 3 and 4 wide like we're amazed. This racetrack is plenty wide for that many cars, but the fact is, Darrell just mentioned, these cars bouncing around, it's hard to control sometimes. That's how they get in trouble.
Jeff Gordon had a run, and Kurt Busch all but pushing his teammate.
That's casual contact.
You saw Kurt Busch. He dipped below that yellow line. That's the out of bounds line.
But he didn't advance his position.
As long as you don't advance your position.
And there's tape flapping on Dale Jr.'s car.
That's a piece of aluminum, or maybe a big piece of that tape that they put. That's aluminum.
And that's the repair they made after that wreck.
He'll either have to get rid of that in a hurry, or they'll bring him to pit road.
Flapping on the left front there, guys. Aluminum piece coming off.
Look at Park.
Wow.
He's up there on that outside, and here I come, baby.
They're catching Dave Blaney, the 77 car right there. He was one of the cars in the wreck. They'll be putting him a lap down.
Hey, I am really impressed with Park's car, how fast it is and how well it's running.
He said yesterday in the happy hour show, he says, sometimes people forget there's 3 DEI cars. He says, this weekend, I'm going to make them remember.
Maybe it'll be the 24 car this weekend. No, there's already a 24 car.
Let's see, that's 8 plus 15 plus 1.
Helps up top.
Now they have Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car trapped on the outside. That hadn't made a difference, but maybe if that piece is hurting him, he's going to have a tough time getting back up there.
It looks like it kind of whipped itself around there, and it's now kind of stabilized. Of course, if there's a hole there that it was covering up or something in the front nose there in the valence, that could hurt the performance for sure. Yeah, he's falling back some there. I think.
Boy, I know you need to keep it done.
Sometimes NASCAR, and I don't know this, but sometimes they'll call you and say, look, you got a piece of metal loose, get back out of that pack and take a look at it and see what the problem is.
Steve Park leads at 30 laps. Here's Matt.
Well, Mike, remember back to Daytona, Steve Park had a very fast race car, the twin 125 qualifier, but had an overheating problem. They estimated they spent over $100,000 trying about 20 different variations of ductwork. They feel like they found out what the problem was. Richie Gilmore, the head engine builder, told me that Park has the latest, greatest engine package that the entire DEI Armada will be running at Daytona in July. Dale Jr. had a different one today. Michael Waltrip had a different one, but Park will have the latest and greatest today. They feel like that's what the entire team, if all goes well, remember, it's not an R&D package. They feel like this is the best package they've got.
Well, we just think back to the last race here when Hendrick Motorsports had something new and fantastic, and all 5 of the cars that had engines in them failed. So they're going to probably take a look at this thing pretty close. It does run well. It's pretty obvious.
And what the ductwork is, that's the aluminum plenum that directs the air through the front end openings right through the radiator, and different noses take different configuration. And that's the curveball I think a lot of the Chevrolet teams, or all these teams, had at Daytona in February.
Air is so critical. That's the big thing, and they're trying to manage it, what they're trying to do.
Sterling Marlin has taken the lead in the Aaron's 499.